Alright, are you ready? Because I am.
Alright.
Shadow Isles Cup, day one, week 1 of season 2021. This is, I think, like the fourth or fifth day that we had to play around with an entirely new item shop. ADC suck,
Can you
tanks are
stream
too
it
good. Oh, right, I should stream this. You are right.
so we can sync it up?
Yeah. So, yeah. New items, ADC suck, tanks are too strong, assassins also suck, according to current popular opinion. But we're at an excellent time to start a 4-day series of Clash, with day one being today and day two being tomorrow. It is going to be the Shadow Isles Cup. We moved on to a new region. We're actually running out of regions in Runeterra to name cups after, but Shadow Isles, save for last, I think. I don't think there's still like more remote regions. I don't think there's been a
Are they
Shuriman.
gonna rename it?
I don't know. I don't think
Are they
there's
gonna
been.
start at the beginning after?
I don't know, but like, I don't know how the Clash naming system works, but I don't think they use Shurima yet. You could go a little bit more remote. I don't think they used Xtao, which is like the where Kiana came from. They definitely have not used Akathia, or the Void.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure they didn't use the void yet.
There's still a few places for them to left to go, but today we're fighting in the Shadow Isles, featuring game one.
Fun.
Yay! So we'll see how everybody does with the new items. I think everybody's had quite a few days to play around with the shop. Everyone should have a pretty general feel. Some people might still be navigating the shops a bit too slowly. There are some
Ray.
inefficiencies.
Okay.
There are definitely inefficiencies there, but for the most part, people more or less know what to build. Most core builds honestly haven't changed that much. Although that might be a little bit, what's the word? Phallical to say that? Or fallacy? It might be a slight fallacy to say most builds haven't changed, because people do build with comfort, but I do think for some champions in the game, like a non-insignificant number, if you stick with the old builds you had like a week ago, it probably wouldn't work, because the stats have been changed so much on a lot of items. I guess for tanks, nothing much has changed. You still more or less itemize the same. You do have a few more options open to you now, and every new tank item is just so much more efficient and powerful than the old ones. Blanket wise, they do cost a lot more, which does explain a lot of people with the circle jerk knee jerk reaction of tanks are screwed. But then every single tank item just does that much more. Alright, we're just gonna jump into game one. Blue team, Team EZW, against red team, Team Royal Never Give Up. Except that they're NA RNG.
Hey, did they introduce this banner thing recently in the middle?
I believe this was new in World's Cup. I don't think it was in the one
Okay.
before. But I was
Yeah, I don't
not
think it was the one
casting. Yeah, I was not casting during the entirety of World's Cup, because World's Cup was special. It was like a 4 game long event. It's not a 3, and I could not commit that much time in one sitting. But now we're back to our regularly scheduled 3 game clashes. So in the blue corner, we're going to have Rumble top, Rammus jungle, Syndrome mid, Vayne Yuumi bottom lane, and in the red corner, it is gonna be Galio top, Jarvan jungle, Akali mid, Sivir and Lulu sitting in the bottom lane. We'll see which team takes it.
I think.
We did play with a Sivir on our team, and Andy
Yeah, that's what I was
himself.
gonna say.
Andy himself said that Sivir feels very weak, which
Yeah.
for now, I'm inclined to agree. I think Sivir's core items just lost a lot of base power, so now she needs 1 or 2 more items to hit her power spec, and that's just unacceptably slow for even the greediest teams. And I don't even necessarily think red team is drafted to go late with that kind of team comp, but we'll save that for another day. Save that for another day. We're just going to jump right into the action. I think the scoreboard for red team is correct. Okay. Alright, where's the announcer? Say something. Did the announcer already say something?
I don't know.
When does the announcer speak? Did I already miss it?
I think she usually says something at the beginning.
When does Welcome to Summoner's Rift start? Is it like 30 seconds? I don't actually remember. I've never noticed it. Oh, no, that's not it.
No.
I must have missed it. It must have been the very beginning of the game.
Yep.
Alright, red team are gonna set up for a Pixel Brush camp. If this was me, I'd be dead. Okay, they're gonna try to invade blue team top side. We're gonna have Rumble.
Rumble should be able to spot it.
Rumble's pacing around. Oh, there's a ward. He's gonna run face first into 3. Jarvan plants the flag down, but that's only the flag. Rumble will walk away. Okay, so that ward over at blue pit hasn't been spotted yet. And it's a little bit too early too. You can see somebody walking into blue. Actually, this probably gives out no information. Other than the fact that blue team did not start blue side. But they should know that already. I think this ward will die. I'm pretty sure this ward will die by the time Rammus makes his way to blue. So it's just not going to see anything. We do have Jarvan starting on the top side. It's going to be flipped jungle routes. And the game's going to start without any further incidents.
I wonder what the bans were.
Me too. I could see that information after the game, I believe. But for now, we're not sure. Although it's interesting that...
Because Leona's probably one of them.
Yeah. I'm going to assume Leona... I'm surprised Rammus is not banned, because that's all... If you check this match history...
Has been playing,
if you check this match history, you see nothing but Rammus for the most part.
That's why I'm shocked.
Oh, maybe they banned Nocturne, because that's a common pick. From Red Side. Maybe Red Side banned Nocturne. Although, I will say... Yeah. I will say in 2021, season 2021 so far... Nocturne has not had a necessarily spectacular track record.
Also switch it, Kali and Galio on your scoreboard. Turns out Galio mid.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Akali is top. So top Akali with the Ignite going up against the Rumble. It's actually a pretty okay lane for Rumble. You can still burn the Akali in the Shroud. And it's actually kind of hard for Akali to trade. Her normal trading pattern puts her at Flame Spitter range. So it's not necessarily the hardest lane. Of course, a very, very skilled Akali can always leverage any kind of laning to her advantage. Here we have both top laners hitting 3. Rumble gets Harpoon utility now to use against the Akali. You do even more poking.
Bot lane Jarvan. Jarvan's bot lane.
Here comes a gank. That's going to be the topside jungle star. Oh, the Yuumi! The dash gets cancelled into the vein and she has nowhere to go. Jarvan flashes forward. He secures the first blood here. Yuumi gets taken down before she could dash back to her owner. That's going to be first blood going over to red team. Flag and drag cancelling the W. Actually a very smart target selection there by the Jarvan. Going for the flag and drag onto the Yuumi. Knowing that Vayne could probably flash it, but cancelling Yuumi means an easy first blood pick off. Ram is going for a gank top, but that is on top of a ward, so it's unlikely to get anything positive. He's still going to try to roll in. Nah, he's rolling back out. Vayne, meanwhile, at bottom lane, tanks a bit of pain. Yeah, the glitter dance poke. Now she's
Jarvan's
been...
Krugs in the bot lane.
Yep, she's relegated to farming while Jarvan is taking the Krug. Essentially right under their noses. Rammus is up for a nasty surprise. He is in the river killing the Scuttle, so that's going to be even crab split, but Jarvan makes it out ahead with 1 extra Krug camp to himself. And here comes the Rammus. He's rolling mid. No. There's not going to be a gank there.
Kali and Rumble slowly trading each other.
Yep. Still a very even game so far, but might not be even anymore. Bouncy house goes to Rammus. Ball curl is used and he has no power ball. He flashes into the pit. Where's his way out? He doesn't have one. Jarvan kills him off yet again.
Flashed into the pit.
Yep. Flashing into the pit is bad. Even Syndra blew her flash down to try to help, but that's not going to do anything. That's going to be a 2-0 start here for the Jarvan, up to a very early lead. He's also 1 smite ahead on his jungle item. He's going to go back and instantly rush. I thought that was boost. No, that's just a flail. I thought he got played as steel caps on first back. Like, what? And then I saw boost of speed. For the record, I am getting a lot better at spotting items now than I was even yesterday. I took some time, did my homework, studied all the items.
Kali's going on a Rumble.
Yep. The Sky. Oh, the Sky lands the shuriken flip! There's the Ignite and there's no hope. It's easy solo kill going onto the Akali. That was a beautiful shuriken flip attachment, and Rumble carries us through with his flash.
Jarvan came top just in case.
Yep, just in case Rumble pulls a rabbit out of his hat, but there was nothing to pull. Now we have 6 minutes into the game. Red team, they're off to an early 1,000 gold lead. Mostly off solo kills. CS wise, blue team is actually ahead. Almost across the board. But they are being put behind just by the fact that red team has had a lot more early game kills stack up in their favor. But if blue team can contain the damage in time, they may yet stave off the RNG aggression. And here it comes, Powerball eats the ball curl, the Powerball I mean, but there's the taunt coming out for the Sivir. The exhaust is also there, Condemn misses the wall, and here comes the collapse. It's gonna be 4 at bot, Rammus is stranded, Jarvan goes for the knockup, here comes the Galio, one more hit will do it, Vayne gets the shutdown onto the Jarvan, but the tornado is chipping her down, she flashes away with almost no health, Yuumi is left for dead, but the Vayne makes it out alive for now. She's hitting wards, oh no, please keep running. But she does get a critical kill for herself. It's on a shutdown with some very early bounty. She gets 450 gold.
Now got 2 kills.
Yep.
On top of the bot lane.
Sivir does put herself up 2 to 1 in terms of kills.
Killed the Rammus and then killed Yummy.
True. Although right now Rammus' bounty is gonna no longer be worth 300 gold. And Vayne picks up a gold with shutdown. So not necessarily too behind. Being down 1 kill does suck. It's gonna be Noon Quiver up against Vamp Scepter, which advantages Sivir right now on that front. Although with Noon Quiver and Pickaxe together, her ability to clear waves is slightly better than the Vayne, which means that she's going to continue to be in the position to shove her in. Red team goes ahead. They will take the first Cloud Drake, getting themselves up. Yet another global objective. Now we do know this is going to be an Infernal or Ocean Rift. Both rifts are pretty good so far for both teams. And overall, a massive lacking of tanks this game. If you count Galio as a tank, which you can kind of do, he's not necessarily the tankiest guy in the game, and especially a mid Galio. Doesn't necessarily slot too much into tankiness. But the only pure tank you can really call it in this game is the Rammus jungle from blue team.
Been going in for some poke on the Sivir.
That's a blue brutal Silver Bolts proc, but the Lulu's returning the damage. The Pix and Glitter Dance combo almost single-handedly takes Vayne to critical health, and that means she's gotta back off. The pink ward spots the Jarvan. Yep, the Goon Squad arrives down bot yet again. Oh, this might be a dive. This is a dive. They're circling around. Lulu's coming in. Who's gonna draw the aggro? It's gonna be the Lulu. She gets the polymorph. Jarvan can't make the dive happen. He's running away. And here comes the Rammus. The Powerball rolling in. The teleport coming down. The Rumble is here, but the shield from the Lulu is keeping her alive. The Cataclysm locks up the Rumble. He's got nothing, but he gets condemned to the side of his own crater. Even Syndra has made it down. Here the balls come down. Galio cannot cancel the train. Is he screwed? He gets taunted back. The CC lock is there. Oh, a disastrous sequence of events. Blue team commits all 5 to answer the dive, and it goes off without a hitch. Jarvan once again drops dead, and Rammus gets himself an assist to reset his bounty a little bit. Now the biggest winner. They didn't get a single kill, I don't think. Red team.
Red killed Rumble.
Oh right, they did. They did kill the Rumble. You're right.
Jarvan killed Rumble.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that was overall a 2-for-1 trade. It was a dive that win the riot. However, blue team had to commit one more member to it. So really, the biggest winner of all this is the Akali. She gets solo play to herself, as well as some more CS to catch up. Yep, excellent flash on the Galio. That was an amazing dodge. Yeah, that was such a good dodge on the Syndra ball. Now it's 3-7. Blue team is catching up slightly. These kills are worth more for blue team because they have the chances to pick up shutdown bounties. And can they make anything happen here? Jarvan is in the river. He's looking for the Herald. A very early Herald take. It's something that I've no longer warmed up to. I used to place a lot higher priorities on Herald, and then I realized that you actually just lose money. Unless you can solo it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, the Jarvan did. He picked up the eye for himself.
Jarvan is invading blue side.
Yeah, there's gonna be a blue side invade coming out. Oh, Rammus! Did he get spotted? He's popping out the Balcro preemptively, and there's the Tremors coming down. They do drive off the invaders into the jungle.
Blue's also there.
Yeah, but will they start anything? Here comes the Jarvan! The Flag and Drag is up. Oh, the Cataclysm! Beautiful flash by the Syndra. Gets her out of there. Rammus flash powerballs away. The Shuriken Flip will not land! Ooh. Rammus escapes by the skin of his teeth, but that's way too many hostile members in blue team's jungle. They can't contest this. They have to try to back off. Meanwhile, Yuumi making a toasty. Down bottom lane. There's another gank. It forces out yet another flash. Blue team lost 3 flashes over the course of that sequence of events.
Oh, Herald's gonna get sent top lane.
Yep.
Blue still top lane.
Preemptive Herald drop. This might be solo gold over to the Jarvan. Yeah, Akali is not in range. Actually, yeah, that's entirely solo gold over to the Jarvan.
Yep.
Akali is too far from the turret to get any of that. But critically, this is now a 155 armor tower for a little while. It's going to tank up that wave. But that's a very, very low tower. Akali doesn't have Demolish, so even a tower at that health will take her an appreciable amount of time to kill.
Jarvan invaded and took the blue buff.
Yep. Rammus is not actually, surprisingly, he hasn't been set behind by that much. He's only down about 2 camps worth of CS. Well, 3 camps worth of... No, 2 camps worth of CS.
Yep.
But critically, critically he's lacking buffs, and he's a level down. And the Jarvan has been more active than him in the early game so far.
Yep. Jarvan tried to attempt to gank top lane. I think he's heading towards mid lane again.
Yeah.
They're starting Dragon though, so that's a...
Yep. Rumble spots the Jarvan top, and they call for the Dragon start. They're doing it on top of a ping. Jarvan knows, and there's a red team collapse. Oh, 2 members on either side. Blue team secures Dragon. Now they have to pick a direction to fight out. They choose bottom lane. Here comes the Galio drop. The Jarvan arrives to reinforce as well. Vayne gets cut off from the rest of her team. The Condemn onto the Jarvan into the side of the Cataclysm wall. But the rest of blue team, they're being routed. It's a Vayne solo. She cannot survive. And that's going to be 2 bodies onto the ground for basically nothing. They get the Dragon, but that is certainly not a worthwhile exchange. They set the game into Ocean Rift, but 2 bodies for an early Drake, that's...
Oh,
it's a very worthwhile trade. Yeah, and top lane, you just see both people missing everything. They threw the kitchen sink and missed it all.
Hey, Vayne went to the shield bound.
Yeah, that is the shield bow. Yep. Vayne picks up the shield bow against the Krakens. Wait, Krakens? I'm seeing this right. Why?
Yeah, Slayer Sivir. No, maybe.
I can see the idea behind Kraken Slayer for Sivir because of the attack speed. I'm not too married to the 3rd hits on Kraken Slayer. I just don't think it's that good. Because if you're talking damaging items, I do think Shield Bow is better for sustain. Even Gale Force's bolt procs do more burst than your Kraken Slayer over like 6 or 9 autos. But the biggest appeal of Kraken Slayer is the fact that you get attack speed on your legendaries. And that's why you build it. And on Sivir, I can understand building that because you do want more attack speed on your items. Sivir's usually starved for attack speed. I can't fathom that this being an optimal choice though, honestly. That could just be blow smoke. It's still, people are still figuring out item builds for ADCs, but general consensus is that AD items aren't necessarily stellar. Galio goes back and picks up the Rocket Belt. Jarvan gets, I believe that's Gore Drinker. Is that Gore Drinker? Yeah, it is Gore Drinker.
You know, I haven't built the Gore Drinker on anyone yet.
For the longest time, I saw Gore Drinker wasn't a mythic. I don't know why.
Wasn't it in like Nexus Blitz?
It was in if you remember that game, I'm not sure if you remember that game mode that much, but Black Market Brawlers had an item similar to the Gore Drinker. But it was a single target thing. Rammus gets instantly nuked, and here comes the Akali with a perfect execution. They're both standing in the flamethrower, but it's a little bit too much power. I hate mushrooms, gets taken down by 3. Syndra arrives a little bit too late. And this is very much a game of how far can the CS lead carry you, because right now the answer is not that far. Blue team has first tower advantage for themselves, 11 kills to 3, and they're up a very appreciable amount of money for just 15 minutes into the game. You will say that this game is pretty much a stomp, but blue team are still staying in it just by virtue of having CS. Not sure how far that can carry you. Yep, there it is. The pain train never ends. They're playing so fast. Blue team are still trying to stay in their lanes and farm for income, and they're just getting picked off left and right. This strat isn't working for them. They need to try to make actual skirmishes happen, or at least buy enough space and buy enough room. They need to make noise on opposite sides of the map where your primary income is being funneled, which is... And when the game gets to a state like this, basic game theory kicks in where cost benefit starts kicking in. Because you do not have the potential to exert absolute control over the map, then you need to weigh your costs and benefits. If it's in your best interest to start funneling your ADC to create one strong point on the map that you can blow through, then it is in your best interest to create as much noise on the other side of the map as possible. Even if you accept minor deficits, as long as it's buying space, these plays are worth it. So now, if blue team's biggest interest is still funneling in their vein, which is at the current moment in time their strongest member, then it's very much up to them to start making noise on the top and mid half of the map and start making fights around objectives. Speaking of objectives, Jarvan going for a completely uncontested second Rift Herald, and he's gonna get it. It's a slow take, but he's going to get it. Nobody on blue team is even walking in. Syndra's gonna try to poke her head in. Not gonna see anything, has to back off here. Akali does not get hit by the ball, she's still walking in. And there's Herald too. It's taken away by the Jarvan. Red team still holding on to a healthy 5,000 gold lead. And there's Herald too, immediately getting dropped. The reason for this is because Drake has spawned. And they're committing the jungler and the mid lane to take care of the Drake, which means that red team just casually walks into the pit and starts doing it. And Kali flips the shuriken. She has a clear line of sight into the team fight. She's not going to engage this. Red team are just going to take this dragon. Nobody on blue team can stop them. They were too busy with the Herald. It stalled them for way too long.
Oh, they're gonna invade Rammus again.
Yep, there's a Rammus. He's gonna get chased away. Has he had a blue buff yet this game?
I think the very first blue buff. Other than that, no.
Yeah, he hasn't been given the blue buff. That's so rough. And the CS deficit is widening. It might look like 5 camps, but that's 2 whole minutes worth of CS. Because camps actually do take a long time to respawn. He's behind by quite a bit of income at this moment in time. The rocket ball just to poke for extra BM points. Now really it's up to mid lane to start leveraging that huge CS lead and bot lane to farm up even more critical items. Vayne is still a whole item and a half away from hitting a really critical dangerous level of power spike. You could stay bot and keep killing minions, but the rest of your team needs to not bleed out in the meantime. The farming, if nothing else, is going rather well.
Trying to assassinate Rumble.
Yep, Akali gets chased away by the Rumble. And there's the Powerball is coming in. There's another engage here being forced. Vayne gets knocked up and she's so far in the back. She's trying to kite away the Jarvan. One more hit from the Silver Bolt to do it. She does get it. There's a shutdown going over to the Jarvan, but the Silver has already picked up too. And the Polymorph goes on to the Syndra as well. It's going to be a double taunt coming out. The Vayne gets locked up as well. Triple kill going over to the Silver. So many low health bars. Vayne coming in for the cleanup duty. She needs to land a few more hits. There's the Lulu. There's the shield. There's the Polymorph. But then it's a little bit too late. Vayne locks it up with another double offer. Oh, Syndra dies and the cleanup happens by the Akali. Yep. That is a full ace coming out. I don't even know where Rumble died. But full ace here. Rumble died in that team fight, I think.
I'm playing first time Seraphine.
Oh, nice.
Her icons are so bright.
Her icons are bright. Did you know her icons change color? Based on your... So instead of making like UI elements for feedback with your echo nodes, your skill icons change. Which, thematic wise, I think it's kind of cool. Design wise, I totally disagree with. It's just poor feedback, if nothing else. Now red team, they widen the gold lead even more. They won the team fight, but I think blue team is actually happy with getting ace like that. They don't bleed another objective by the loss. And they actually got a few very valuable kills onto the Vayne. Vayne's actually in the position to attempt to carry this through their threat. The only problem is Night Harvester is already complete on the Akali. And she's getting up there. The assassination power is very strong. And even with the shield bow, it's going to be a tall order for Vayne to survive. Just the sheer amount of bursts that come out here. Jarvan Gore Drinker burst plus the Akali entire kit is a very difficult thing for Vayne to survive. And there's a final chapter coming down. There's no root, but it doesn't matter. The polymorph goes out onto the Vayne. The boomerang Vayne comes back as well, but the shield bow procs and the lifesteal kicks in, and the Vayne takes off and steals all of the life back in just a few auto attacks. And she's really doing it here. Getting a 2-for-0 cleanup. Beautiful catch. The rest of red team rotates to bottom lane, but it might be too late. Akali, she's on the other side of the wall. She's gonna can flip over. She needs to look for the perfect execution, and she does land it. And there's a Jarvan going for the Cataclysm. Vayne has no CC, no escape. She's been locked up, and the Yuumi is next to go. Red team comes down in for the cleanup. Dragons up in 1 minute. Red team doesn't really have the room to set up for it. But they got the assassination down. Syndra needs to try to run. She wants the tower. She's willing to die for the tower here. She will kill it. But now she needs to try to escape. Commits the flash. She's intent on running away, but is it even possible for her? The Galio idol will not hit the charm. But the Syndra turns around regardless and gets killed. No flash and no life for the Syndra. That's going to be 3 bodies down, but they walk away with 2 plus a turret. Red team, however, will take this opportune moment to start Baron Nashor, and it does seem like this will be uncontested. There's no vision left. It's just a Rammus hovering around the edge. He needs to try to make his way in. It's 23 minutes into the game. Can he make the steal? No, he's just going to roll away. They're just going to give up the Baron here. As they should. I think it's a smart call to give up the Baron. Red team will take it uncontested. 23 minutes in, they're just going to recall. Blue team will instead rotate to Dragon. They're going to get themselves consolation prizes. Galio has no ultimate. But the rest of red team, they're collapsing. Can red team collapse in time? Blue team does finish Dragon. They're all going to walk away. Red team will arrive at the cave, but they find nobody. They do, however, have a very commanding goal lead. They've widened it slightly. It's been sitting at an even 5k ahead for a while, but with that recent series of events, as well as the Baron power buff here, they do rocket ahead to a 7,000 goal lead. They're gonna try to make the push. It's gonna be a decisive fight now. Time is quickly running out here for blue team. Vayne needs that Bloodthirster. She desperately needs to complete that item. It is going to be the biggest power spike she can ask for at this moment in time. However, the only place to really get income is to take it from the hands of the Akali, and that's such a tall order. The rest of red team, they're aiming to collapse if Vayne shows herself any deeper. The Akali's going to spin around. He's camping in that brush. If Vayne walks up here, this might be disastrous. The Prowling Projectile, it connects onto something, and it actually sends the Akali away. A blind Q. Oh, but this might be a face check. This is dangerous. Oh, the sweeper. It does find the people. Vayne turns around at the best possible time. Condemned does not find the wall. 2-2-2 in Dragon count. Oh, but red team so much more ahead in this game 1. They're going to look for this push. The flag gets dropped. And this might be a forced fight. Ram is going to try to roll in just to provide some zone. The empowered cannon is still shooting this tower. This tower might not live to see another day.
Yeah. Oh, it lived.
Just in the nick of time. It is safe. But Sivir, there's a little rat in the bottom lane. She is pushing out. Vayne needs Bloodthirster. How close is she? Close, but not close enough. She desperately needs an injection of income. 1 kill will do it, but blue team has no way of finding a kill at this moment in time. It is interesting to think about if Vayne missed that cannon, she might not have Bloodthirster money. And it will look very close to missing that cannon. But she is gonna recall here. She finds the Bloodthirster. She's getting her upgrades now. And now this is a critical power spike point for Vayne. She now has a ton more sustain in team fights. And as we speak, Baron buff just now wears out with a power spike from blue team. They might be looking for a fight now because Vayne has hit a power spike. She tumbles forward. Not gonna find anything. Seems fine for her so far. They're still holding on to the 7,000 lead. And it seems both teams are intent on deciding the game with this very next dragon fight. It's gonna come up in about 100 seconds from now. And meanwhile, they're going to try to exert pressure at bottom lane. Rumble might be caught out here. Akali, however, runs face first into Aramis, who taunts her up. And there's the Galio signal. He drops down into the middle of nowhere. He punches forward. The blast cone! Somebody hit the blast cone that sends the Syndra into red team. That is a troll and a half. But the rest of the team fight does break out. Lulu gets snared up. And there's Galio is golden mode in the middle of it all. But he is not long for the world. They trade mid laners back and forth. Who hit that blast cone? Reported. But it's gonna be a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. They send Syndra in as an unwilling bait, strapped her to a cannon and fired her out into the middle of nowhere. And actually, because we have time, we're going to examine this fight. Who hit that blast cone? Who hit that blast cone? Okay, we're gonna have Akali being taunted up. Okay, now we slow it down. Syndra's walking forward. She wants to help. There's the Galio. He's coming down. And here it comes. Here's the blast cone from the Vayne. Rockets the Syndra into the middle of it all. And she's going to be killed off. And it's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange.
I bet someone's gonna... I bet Syndra's like, who's trolling?
Who's trolling? Alright, now we jump back into where we left off. In fact, we'll fast forward a little bit. Seems like it's just gonna be nothing for a while.
Oh snap! I got a triple kill.
Oh, congratulations! A Seraphine triple kill. Never before seen footage.
You just are down the lane. It's a round.
Dragons up in 20 seconds. Red team, they decided to march in, but blue team beat them to the punch. They have vision set up. Sivir. Where's it up? Okay, blue team literally has brain lag. They don't see the word being dropped. The Akali gets sent into the Vayne. Rammus flashes back over the wall. Akali dashes in the middle of everyone, assassinates the Rumble. The shroud is up. Vayne needs to try to sustain, but can she do it? No, she cannot. The cleanup is there. And the rest of blue team all drops their triple kill going over to the Akali. And that's going to be a perfect ace coming out from red team. Do they take the dragon or do they try to make a push? They're going to take the dragon instead of going for a push. Red team slays the dragon where it stands. 29 minutes into the game. Now they're gonna look for a push. They get one tower and Baron. Probably. They're not gonna grab the Baron here. They're gonna reset and try to do it. The rest of blue team has respawn. My god, how much further back did I rewind? Okay, now we go. We're back to live now. Red team is at soul point. They're setting up an ambush. It gets spotted out. Rammus rolls forward. There's a lot of very healthy, very strong people here on red team. And blue team's top half, in contrast, 0-5, 0-5, 1-6. Not promising scorelines here. They've just been beaten back at all phases of the game so far, but they need to try to make a miracle happen if they want to win this game. Jarvan comes over. There's the Cataclysm on lockdown. Vayne cannot escape. The bouncy house is here. The CC, the assassination is all too much. The Vayne cannot survive. Neither can the Syndra. The cores are dropping dead, and now it is just a Rumble. He's been killed off. The cat is alone with no flash. He can't make it over. This looks like it's going to be the end of the game. 30 minutes in. And red team piles CC upon CC onto blue team, and there's just no answer, no response. Blue team takes a turret. They're gonna take the Nexus turrets. This is a push to end the game. Nobody's gonna even respawn for the next 15 seconds. And it looks like the game is over in favor of red team. GG has been called. And there's nothing left. Royal, never give up, wins the first game of Shadow Isles Clash, Game 1. And Team EZW is going to drop down into the lower half of the bracket where they'll compete for a 5th to 8th place finish. I wonder if this menu ever works. I don't think this menu ever works if I'm observing. It only works if I'm in the clash. So we're just going to hop back out. Oh my god. This screen feels so weird with all the stuff on the sides. I'm gonna check the damage charts. Pretty respectable damage charts.
I think, yeah. The problem was I figured out why they didn't buy Rammus. They were confident they were gonna counter jungle her.
Yep. I do think the early jungle rotation for red team was a bit too much. When the entire top half of your map gets set back by that much, it's so hard to win the games through any lane.
Yep.
And also Rammus doing the least damage in the game on blue team. Even less than the Yuumi. That's not so surprising. Yuumi does do a ton of damage, but it just goes to show how hard the jungle was crippled in the early rounds of the game. It's really hard to move around as a jungler when you've been invaded that much. I don't think he's gotten his hands on a single blue buff after the 7-minute mark. It was a brutal series of counter jungling. Alright, we're going to hop into game 2 as soon as they are done scouting for the clash. And unfortunately, this is I do think that game ended too fast. It's definitely below like average game time. So really there's not too much to do in the meantime. There's like probably 20-30 minutes of dead air. So normally I go look for ARAM to spectate. I'll spectate your ARAM.
Oh yeah. My first time Seraphine.
Then, just as always, I'll keep my league screen on the other monitor when they get in game. When they get in game, we will hop back to commentary. Ooh, instant Karthus double kill.
Oh no, I flashed into a rupture.
Oh, feels bad. Whenever that happens.
Oh, that's when I missed everything. By Q.
Oh, the song.
That's what I said. That's when I missed everything.
The singing. Oh, still gets a kill because ARAM Seraphine. Oh, earned that one. That was a so very well earned kill. Tiveric just dropped on the Seraphine. Well, another well earned kill. Didn't even go to you, but. Now the counter push. Excellent, excellent. The snowball rolls forward. Oh my god, that's so much damage from a snowball. Oh my god. Oh my god, that actually hurts.
He's on full AP.
Full AP Nunu, I see.
The tanks are OP.
Tanks are OP. Okay, why build AP when you can do the exact same amount of damage on a tank but you live longer? Oh! The snipe.
Yep.
The Draven snipe.
Oh my god.
Bonked on the face. Oh. I wonder what the Clash team is talking about. Like, damn, we need to play a tank on the top lane now.
Yeah, I don't think Rumble against a Cal.
I don't think Rumble's good at all this patch.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's the thing is, like, teamfight longevity is so important now because there's just so much damage on items now. Longevity is always better than the ability to do more. If you do like 7,000 damage versus 9,000 in the same span of time, but the 7,000 one allows you to live for like 5 extra seconds, you probably pick the first one. Team fights are over in the blink of an eye. There's another team fight breaking off here. Oh, surfing run. Nunu's in the back. He needs to try to make a burst. He can't burst anybody. Oh, well-earned kill. Pressing E once. Oh, and there's a double kill.
It's when it flashes. Oh, no.
Oh, Trollgas rupture. Oh, he's eating.
When I flash into it.
He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat. Oh, the flash. Oh! Explosion from below. Red team takes the ace. Oh no, this is game.
No, I'm still game.
No, okay, yeah, this is not game. Now if that happens, whoa, that actually surprisingly didn't outright kill the Trollgas. Here comes the Karthus. He's angry. Here's the Defile. He's missing every Q. Draven dies anyway. Nunu comes up, slaps Ezra once across the face. Then he drops dead. Oh, Annie. She's prepping a stun. Oh my god! How do you miss Timbers on that? Nunu is still dead because, you know, CC. But... oh my! That heal. Never mind. He is just fine. He is perfectly fine. Actually, I haven't even checked any of the builds yet. Oh,
I just wanted
interesting.
to Liandry.
You went Liandry's over Ludens.
I wanted to burst the tanks.
But Ludens is the burst item.
Okay, I wanted to do the anti-tanks, okay?
Liandry's normally isn't good on any champions with no DOT.
Alright, time to switch. Alright, switched.
Oh. That's an instant deletion on the Pike and Seraphine, and there is the Whirling Death. I believe that's the name of that skill. Oh my god, everybody just clumps up for Trollgas Ruptures like no tomorrow. However, Red Team decides to have a picnic on top of the file, which is just not the best place to have a picnic on account of the ground below them being completely defiled into a cluster of undeath and souls. Shield Bolt gets popped on the Draven. He's life stealing it all back. Nunu tiny balls, but that's not gonna be good enough. And the dive comes out from the Draven. Flash dunk coming out from the Pike is gonna kill off one. And here comes the Draven. He's got the life steal. He's got the sustain. He's got the life steal at all. What was that dunk from the Pike? There's no way you kill him from that range. True shot comes over. Not gonna do much. Blue team's base is in shambles. It is highly unlikely.
Just a shield?
Your W?
Until it's powered.
What?
Her W. Seraphine W.
Seraphine W is a shield unless there's already a shield, then it's a heal.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You know what's weird? I actually don't know any of Seraphine's ability names.
Encore is her ult.
Encore is her ult?
Yep.
I will not have guessed that.
Drop is E.
I know E is beat drop because I spam that too much. I think Q is like high note?
Yep.
What's her W?
Oh no. W is surround sound.
Surround sound. 7.1 Dolby surround sound.
Now it's game over.
Now it's game over. Highly unfortunate, but valiant effort here by blue team. I can see 3 minutes into the future, they're not gonna win this game. There's no way you win this game.
Yo, Cho'Gath is too thick with the 280C.
Cho'Gath is not killable. Oh, but that's actually perfect timing because Clash Game 2, it just begun. So let's switch back to the spectate. Game number 2, after just a completely dominating, soul-crushing defeat that will tilt anybody off the face of the planet. I will say their Clash scout lasted not that long at all. It just seemed like the normal 5-minute wait period, which means that their enemy team got crushed way faster. So this game is all about who's tilted more. And look at that, their first adjustment is to put a tank up top. Called it.
Nice.
There's now a fetishization with tanks in teams. If you don't have more than 2 tanks, you cannot be called a team. I do find it funny that there's going to be playing Jin Swain bottom lane here for red team. They literally made an item for Swain, the Imperial Mandate, with the Noxian banner on it. Like, that's literally the item. It's just a Noxian flag. It's made for Swain.
Imperial Mandate.
Imperial Mandate, that's like Swain is the High General, that's the symbol of Noxus. He has that exact symbol on him when he invaded Ionia. It's literally Swain's item, and it's built specifically to enable Swain. They just made Swain's stuff into an item.
You know, today I played against a Swain top. I destroyed him.
Yeah, I remember when Swain could go top. Not even like the first version of Swain, this rework Swain. I remember when the rework Swain could go top. Nowadays, not so much.
I think Swain can't go top.
It's
too squishy.
It's possible. There's the thing is there's no huge niche for like a team fighting statue that radiates death. Not in the top lane role at least. You can get that from a support position, or even the jungle position, but Swain can't jungle. His niche in the solo lane isn't being fulfilled in the meta. I don't necessarily think he's weak for a solo lane. I just think there's no place for him in a solo lane. That's the case for a lot of champions in the game. It's not necessarily that they're bad. It's just that right now they just don't belong in the meta.
Yep.
The thing is, the meta in League rarely drastically shifts. Whenever the meta in League has any sort of a drastic shift, it's because something broke. Like there's a new combination, there's a new item that's being pushed way too hard or something, and it completely cascades the game in another way. We've been stuck in the meta where at least the top pool has been the same for a very, very long period of time, and the jungle pool has been the same for a very, very long period of time. And there hasn't really been like a massive game-breaking thing that just completely shifts the paradigm of the game, like where you should pour your resources. We are going to go have game 2 here between Team Exalted, XLT, the most boring Clash name to have ever been created, going up against Team EZW. Easy wins. You know, I like looking through the meme names and then I see Exalted, and that's just a little bit too tryhard for me.
RNG was pretty tryhard. Because there are names out there in real team.
At least there's like a meme component to it. This guy's like, we are Team Exalted. Fear us. No.
I see that Jupiter is on his second most played mid laner.
Yes, Cassiopeia. Another user for which Liandry's Anguish is pretty much made for.
Blue teams could be invading.
This is the invade. Oh, they're gonna be spotted out here by a Shen. They're prepping for it. Shen's gonna spot it. Shen run! Shen run! Oh, the hook! No, the hook gets him! Samira bounces him in the air, and there's gonna be a first blood. Oh, that's unfortunate. He saw it coming too.
Shen started taunt.
Yeah, and he's taunt start, which is just awful.
As a Shen main, yes, it is very.
You taunt and then like, oh cool, then I ran out of damage immediately. I didn't even get to do anything.
Usually, especially against Renekton, I would like to go Q first, then W.
Now, interestingly, I know the standard on Shen is Ultimate Hunter. He didn't take it.
Yeah, I
Oh.
usually take that as like a secondary tree, maybe.
A secondary tree is usually like sudden impact into Ultimate Hunter for Shen.
Yeah. Yep.
He's also one of the few things in the game can justify red secondary tree because he does a legal amount of damage. Yeah.
For a tank, yeah.
He's one of the few tanks because like Poppy does a lot of damage in lane. Not even Poppy would do red tree. It's just no. It's just not a good thing. Oh, that hook will miss. Early ignite goes onto the Samira. Ooh, Jin. Jin didn't have the balls to flash forward for the fourth shot. Everybody shame him. It is gonna be Samira heal committed, and Samira's pretty much out of the lane now.
I'm surprised the moves are red.
Yeah. Oh, there's another pullback, but this time the hook rings true. Flash forward, and there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Jin finally finds some courage. The never move will miss, but the bouncing grenade gets the double kill.
And taunt.
Yep, the taunt cancels the TP.
From
Yeah. TP cancelled by the Shen. He loses like half his life bar for it, but it's worth it. It gives bot lane that double kill without being punished. Although I like to think, considering that Jin still has heal, it might have been a case to just let Renekton finish a teleport, because he will lose TP and lose this wave, and Shen can get ahead. But that's me thinking from a top laner's perspective. Obviously, from a bot laner, it is ideal that you cancel it, and Shen can just fend for himself.
It's also interesting how he chose to teleport, I guess.
Yeah, he teleported a little bit too late. Samira's already dead, so I don't know.
I know.
I don't know what he was trying to accomplish.
Yeah, like your Thresh is gonna die like very very soon after. There's no point of teleporting.
And honestly, good comms here from Red Team, because I know that Red Team, there was no instinct to back off, because somebody on Red Team must have said I can cancel this, so they just kept going in. Instead of having a split-second decision to turn back. And meanwhile, mid lane just got completely shafted for no reason whatsoever.
I think Jupiter got baited by Jelly Boxer.
Yet again, the classic.
The classic.
We have way too many clips of these baits happening.
I think, I'm coming mid, and then
despite playing dual queue almost every single day, they still have no synergy in mid jungle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Samira takes such a huge chunk of damage, and the minions finish the job. Samira goes down yet again. The stun goes out onto the Shen. He's taking so much pain. Oh no.
Yeah, I think he was like, I'm coming mid, and then you see Jupiter running forward way before Jelly Boxer could even make it to. There's
also an element of definitely overestimating your early game damage. Cassiopeia has none.
Yeah.
No, that's not true, but not in that situation. It is gonna be brand mid, which I haven't even talked about. Honestly, like I think genuinely brand mid is a lot better now than support, but brand support always has the element of being so incredibly annoying that you can just win games out of crushing your opponent's mental.
Yeah.
But mid lane brand has this. Oh my god, he just tried to taunt the last hit a minion.
He did.
What the heck? he might have thought taunt was an auto reset, which is also false. Because I can understand like a point blank taunt to try to get another auto off, but that's not how that skill works. Oh, the next one's gonna come in. Oh, beautiful taunt and the block absorbing the stun. Oh, didn't absorb the stun. Never mind. And Renekton called the meek. Gonna steal all of that life back. But this time it is a red team who has the early gold advantage given to them. Team EZW. For once making good early game plays, and Jin first iteming Noon Quiver, an item that gives you attack speed. So that's top tier.
I wonder if someone told him.
I think he's going Gale Force, that's why.
What else wasn't the Gale Force?
A pickaxe.
Yeah, I was like, go pickaxe.
Nah, no, Noon Quiver is so much better for a Jin. Look at him go! Oh, look at him go! He's running down this thresh. He has nowhere to go. He's going for
Like,
the
they're
flame
falling.
into the tower. Oh, the Shen! The Stand United! Oh,
good
beautiful
stand.
save.
Yeah, so he started. Oh, what? Brandon's running it
Oh,
down.
okay, okay.
Um,
Brand's just
okay,
trolling. There's a question mark ping on his head. Everybody who saw that wondered what he was trying to do. He just loses half his life bar and then flashes away with an excellent way to use your summoner spell.
What's it say? Yeah, it's okay. Bot lane, red team's bot lane is crushing lane, so I don't think it really matters.
And it doesn't really matter, but they're tied in items technically. It's Noon Quiver against Noon Quiver.
He's coming back right now.
He's gonna. Please tell me he's getting a pickaxe. Oh, the Tom will whiff. And Shen's trying so hard to clear all the minion waves. Interestingly, I do think in this meta at least, when tank items are just so much more efficient, especially Sunfire's Crest, which has been ultra buffed to just erase minion waves on its own. Because when you max stack when you max stack Sunfire Crest, it does 85 damage per second to minions, which is huge. It's absolutely massive. And you get to apply the immolation on every auto. So this might be a world where Shen no longer needs Tiamat. But that's up to experimentation. I do think Tiamat definitely still has its use in trading as well. Cassiopeia obviously dies 1v1 to the Brand before the Amumu can save him as per usual. And here's the bottom lane trade. The bouncing grenade comes out. Nope, no bodies. No bodies, but blue team panic backs. Here comes the Kazakhs. There's no isolation. There's a tiny minion here to act as a bodyguard, but the Swain is dead regardless. Samira gets the shutdown, and there's a reset onto the wild dash. And there it is.
Red buff.
Yep.
That kills the Jin.
Once again, the assassin gets the better of everybody. Actually,
Yep.
what is Samira? I called it wild dash. Is that even? Oh, wild rash. I was like, what is wild dash?
Wild rash. What's that?
Wild rash. It is it's a very wild rash. See, you should see your doctor about that.
Yeah, that was like, wait. Isn't like having a rash on your skin? Like,
It's a very wild rash too. Oh, and here comes the Cassio. Cassio's TPing in the back. Blue team secures the dragon in the meantime, but they leave Samira and Thresh to die. Cassiopeia gets a single kill for her efforts. But in return... Oh, what is this? Renekton's stuck in the pit. He gets bandage toss. Does the Amumu commit the ultimate? He does have it. Is he gonna use it ever? He chooses to hold it until the last possible second, flashing over the wall. Renekton's gonna chase after him. The floaty dandruff kills him off. And now he needs to run for the hills. The Shen gets one kill back. There's the Seer. He's gonna land the stun. The Shen will be dead. There it is. This isolation comes out from the Kazakh as well. He picks up his second kill, 7-9. Blue team wins it. They punish red team on their ultra early aggro Herald play.
But look at this. Blue lane, bot lane is getting another play.
Yeah, they're getting so much income for themselves. What is this gold deficit? It must be huge by now. Oh my god, he's up an entire pickaxe worth of money. That's obscene. This early on in the game. Brand going to drop his ultimate. Oh, the bounce to himself. He did get 3 bounces on the Cassio. 3 on Cassio, 1 on the minion, 1 to himself. But that was not enough to win the trade.
This is Cassiopeia's power spike.
Ah yes, the one last chapter power spike. Working hard on her. Please tell me that's Liandry's. Those do build into Liandry's. Please tell me she's getting it. A pink ward onto the lantern to discourage the take. Samira grabs it anyway, dies regardless. There's a never move, and there's a yoink back onto the Thresh. Ignite is running on the Swain. Distance, deadly flourish. Oh, one more bullet will kill. One more bullet will kill. Aww. Jim misses the 4th shot. Vision of Empire not gonna hit it either. Flash forward with the never move. It connects. There's a teleport coming down. The Renekton is here. This time there is no interruption. He is going to come down. Jin finishes the tower. 610 gold going to his own pockets. That is plate 5 plus first turret plus local gold plus tower kill gold. He got 2 kills worth of stuff with that one last hit.
On a side note, Cassiopeia and Amumu killed the Kazakhs in the mid lane earlier.
You're right. Kha'Zix actually first player in the game to complete this mythic. He gets the Eclipse, which is I believe the standard. I don't think I've actually seen a Kha'Zix go not Eclipse. Haven't even seen a Duskblade. Oh my god, there's so much burst, and Kha'Zix swoops in for a very well-deserved kill.
Thank you.
On a Cassiopeia that's milliseconds away from exploding. He flies in for a last hit.
I was like, he's gonna send Herald top.
Yep. Blue team will counter with this Herald play, and that's gonna strip this tower down to 1 plate. Yep.
And I still don't think they can.
They can't kill this tower. They can't kill this tower. This tower's up to like 300 armor now. Yeah, 335 armor.
And they're both tanks.
Yeah. Oh no, don't dive this! Don't dive this! We're gonna pop Curse of the Sand Mummy.
Vanish toss to the ground. No, okay.
He's still dancing around with the croc. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Kha'Zix might be next to go. 4 shot. Beautiful explosion. The swing just does not die. Amumu.
Triple kill.
Yeah. Swain triple kill. Amumu finally dies. Wait a minute. What is this? Renekton wants this too?
What should you normally build on Renekton?
I had to imagine not this. War Drinker?
I think, yeah. War Drinker.
I have to imagine Eclipse is not the right call. That is so greedy. I don't play Renekton. Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's acceleration damage from the Kha'Zix.
That's not the right angle you want to walk in at. There's once again isolation onto the swing, flash hook back, but he's already out of there. Teleport coming down. The Shen has arrived to do nothing. Functionally nothing. Flash forward. Kha'Zix gets the kill. He's resetting his invisibility. He's going in again. Jin is next to go.
Ooh, that hook on Thresh was beautiful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Shen TP's down just to add more money to the Kha'Zix's pockets, and suddenly 6-2 and 3, Kha'Zix gets way ahead of the curve. Meanwhile, Amumu's getting completely blown up at mid lane by the brand. Just has to walk back. It's 13-16. Now Kha'Zix is turning himself out to be the singular threat. I don't think Renekton is scary at all with Eclipse.
This whole but it's scary because every lane is kind of winning in CS on the blue team right now.
That's true, but the exact same thing happened last game.
But now, yeah, but they're only a 1,000 ahead.
Yeah, they're only 1,000. They need a play to blow open the game. While they still have level leads, while they still have kill leads, they need to make a play that makes blue team panic so much that they throw everything to get it.
Oh, now they're tied in gold.
Yeah, they're tied in gold because guess what? Solo plates. Solo gold. Renekton unfortunately missed out on the last plate gold, just seconds away. But he still gets the tower gold all to himself, so that's very worth it for him.
Dragons ahead.
Meanwhile, Swain actually, instead of rushing Imperial Mandate, he finishes Hourglass first.
I don't think he's gonna go for Imperial Mandate.
He has to be, right? There's... Oh my god, no. He's getting like Andres.
Yeah, I was like, he has lost chapter.
Yeah, he's getting like Andres. Never mind. Meanwhile, Jin. Here's the thing, I don't think like Andres stack. Nope, never mind, it does stack. It does stack, because it's not MR Shred, it's MR Pen, so it does work across multiple people. Oh, Kha'Zix's gonna jump over, but the Swain pops Crow form. And but suddenly...
gets cancelled by Renekton.
Suddenly, red team, they're on the back foot. By a pretty significant margin. Cassiopeia might be next to go. Thresh, oh, that would have been an easy death sentence to force us out to Cassio Flash instead. Dominus gets popped, the CC lands. Is there anything else to follow it up? Renekton's pretty damn strong at this stage in the game. Amumu flashes over the wall. Shen puts up Twilight Refuge for the... Oh, uh-oh. That's not the right button to hit. That is not the right button to hit! Oh!
Oh, Zanya misclicked.
Disaster befalls red team. Disaster befalls red team. You can tell Shen doesn't play Shen.
Yeah.
It seems like that this is very much a case of, hey, play a tank. but I've never played this champion. Doesn't matter, he's easy. And then turns out he's not easy.
No, I think Shen is harder. It's actually pretty hard to play. Well, like, he's harder than most.
This feels like...
Because I think his taunt is like, you have to land it, and you have to time your W with the Renekton stun.
This very much feels like a case of, well, not first time Shen, because I think everybody's played Shen, but definitely a case of haven't played Shen in a long time. But very much a picking for the team kind of thing, where it's global presence with Stand United. Although the one thing that people undersell and really meme on and ignore is the fact that if you have a very strong global, and if you attack the global, you take out the global. Because right now, even with Stand United utility, the Shen is just not holding it down enough to justify the pick.
Oh my god, almost assassinated. Forcing flash.
Well, Amumu going for a wild toss, not gonna hit it. I wonder if they fall behind this game as well and lose. And then they get to the last game and like, oh, we don't care anymore, let's just go World of Tanks.
2k gold for blue.
2k gold deficit, although the context is far more important. This is 2k deficit off a lead that they previously had. So really it's a swing of much bigger than 2k, which is harrowing considering how small of a time frame that this reversal happened in. They just bled a lot of gold in a very small period of time, which directly translates to losing a lot of map control and momentum. And when you can't pull it back from this position, you can often just lose the game off a skull swing like this, just because you lose so much of the map that you cannot recoup in time. Case in point, Cassio's gonna get popped here. Kha'Zix's gonna get another kill.
And then the Cassio.
They just do not understand the concept of picking fights that you can't win. There's very much split calls here coming out from red team. It's definitely one case of someone saying go in, the other one saying wait, I'm not ready, and the first guy goes in anyway.
Yeah.
And there's Vision of Empire landing, but Dominus, they gave him enough time to use it, and that means there's a very big croc in the back. Here comes the Kha'Zix jumping into the back. Can he do the assassination? Shen gets cancelled out of Stand United, and now the Swain trying to suck as much life as he can, but he cannot do it. The explosion is not enough. The Inferno Trigger comes out from the Samira. She's dashing forward with the Wild Rash, getting very itchy up in here. The Jin goes down next. It's gonna be 5-0 overall.
Nice. By the Renekton.
5-0 overall. The bot lane on blue team total less than 500 health between them, but it doesn't even matter. They won the fight.
I think the gold leaf in bot lane has closed.
Gold leaf from bot doesn't even matter that much anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think... Actually, yeah, they no longer have a lead, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, never mind. They still do, but doesn't matter.
Lead, oh.
Here's the thing. It's Gale Force versus... I think that's Shield Bow. It's too grayed out for me to know. But yeah, it's Gale Force versus Shield Bow, and... I'm pretty sure it's Shield Bow. Nothing else has that cooldown. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Gale Force with the Shield Bow and it's Samira, so they're pretty much even.
Yeah. Shen finally finished Sunfires.
That is true. He finally has one item done, and this is a Renekton Melt.
Oh, nice.
They get a massive chunk of gold, $800 over to Cassio's pockets. And there's a catch onto the brand as well. He gets instantly melted, but they abandon the pit, which means that Kha'Zix gets the easiest steal of all time, stealthing in the back. He's going for the Jin. Such a massive chunk onto him. The stealth comes out beautiful. Taunt coming out from the Shin as well, locking up the Kha'Zix, and they win the fight 5-0, actually.
Maybe Baron call when Baron comes out.
Maybe Baron is 15 seconds away. Blue team will respawn by then. Why are they running to the pit? They should know they can't do this. They need to kill the tower.
Yeah.
They have to know this Baron is not possible.
Also, I don't think the only DPS they have for Baron is Cassio.
Guys, you can't do Baron. Guys, no, you can't do Baron. Oh no, the flash comes in from the Dominus. The Swain has to try to
where's the tanks at?
The tanks went to hit Baron. Why are you doing Baron?
What the heck? You missed. Well, okay.
Okay, you can't do Baron if when the Baron spawns, they have respawn. Oh.
I don't know what Amumu and Shen were doing, but after you realize Baron isn't up, obviously the next best thing is to push.
If a guy on blue team has literally teleported to his outer tower, by the time Baron even spawns, maybe you don't do Baron. That's just... Because that's the really greedy play. It's either split calls, Or a case of very greedy play, where they leave all their tanks to start Baron and say, we'll kill this tower and join you. But they must know that it doesn't work out like that. Cassio and Jin are not tower killers. They do not melt that tower. You cannot
melt the tower. Jin does not melt the tower.
Exactly. Neither Cassio nor Jin can melt towers, and they must know they cannot kill that tower in time to regroup at Baron. That greedy play does cost them off the back of honestly a hard-fought, well-won team fight where they desperately needed a win. They kind of immediately throw it all back.
Yeah, I think.
And honestly,
once they realized Baron wasn't up, they should have all pushed.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as the teleport started happening, they should just immediately start running back.
Yes, and should have ran back.
And honestly, if you want a visual representation of how this game is going, may I direct you to the picture that is painted by Cassio's entire backpack? Just 2 finished items and nothing else. There's just no consumables. Oh, beautiful first shot. Snipes on the Kazakhs, and that's their most fed member gone. But the Pyroclasm comes out for the brand. The Swank goes golden form in the middle of absolute nowhere. They find a critical pick on blue team's strongest member. Can they make a push happen? Swain has no flash or ultimate. Can they commit to the... Swain with no flash or ultimate, about half health. He's essentially out of the fight. Flash roll from the Amumu. He bandage shots onto nothing. The Samira gets locked up again. The backline. Who cares about backline? This is
well, I'm healing Jin and Cassio.
Apparently you don't need a backline. Oh, but the Cassio's still going off.
He's off. Most spellbound.
That's a case of a fight that you shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
Okay, director camera seems to think all the action was happening there. But instead of watching a Mumu with everything, here comes the actual threat.
Crocodile killed 2 of the backline.
Just leaving the entire backline to fend for themselves while the front line realized, oh wait, there's a Samira we can't kill, where's our damage? And they finally turn around for the peel. A very sloppy fight, but it does result in the 5-4 overall. Kazakhs does respawn, they do make their way out, but not the best way to... Yeah, that was certainly not the best way to fight that. We will fast forward a bit. We're not quite alive yet, but we'll...
We should have 1 tank go in to fight them all off. Wait, hit Mumu.
I'm surprised that... I don't know if Shin actually has Stand United in that fight, I didn't check, but I think he should have definitely at least just stood still and channeled it. Let someone else buy time on the front line and just kill a backline threat.
I think
it is basic peeling.
Yeah. No one was peeling the backline. Except for good thing Cassiopeia, the sustain from the Twin Fangs kept her alive.
Yeah, can't spell Cassiopeia without OP, am I right? 20 seconds until Drake. This is soul point. Kazakhs, he's gonna get the souls unless red team does something about it. Amumu does have his own ultimate backup, so he could try to make this happen. It's 24 minutes. Shen is pushing top. He has to stand united. He can join the fight at a moment's notice. He might need to join it now. Cassiopeia has been hooked up. Where's the Shen? He's not coming in! He's standing united onto the back, but the Cassio gets nuked down in the middle. The Swain will kill off the Crocodile, and the front line is melting here for blue team. It's just a Samira in the middle. Well, she pops the Inferno Trigger, but it doesn't lifesteal enough. Jin kills her off, and there's the brand. He sends out the Pyroclasm. The explosions are happening left and right. It's just the Kazakhs alive. He needs to try to run. Jin's first shot. Will he find the target here? He will not jump in from the Kazakhs, but he's in a lot of trouble. He needs to try to run away. Deadly Flourish is the only snipe, and there it is. Jin does get it. And now they turn back for the Drake. They win the team fight 5-3. They will get this Drake.
Peeling, though, I have to say. Way better peeling for Jin.
Yeah, way better peeling. Although this time it wasn't their choice. They had to fight front to back.
Yeah.
They did pick a fight in the corridor, which I think is slightly better here for... Actually, it was only slightly better for Red on the condition that Brand didn't actually enter the team fight in time. He got his entire combo down at the end of it, which, you know, killed the front line, but by then the fight was already over.
Yep, totally.
Although that I would say that team fight was definitely more so one on part of blue team committing cardinal errors than red team doing anything really.
I was actually not expecting the Thresh to go in.
Yeah, I don't think he took that hook, and I'm surprised Shen didn't ult the Casio, because here's the thing: if you're solo split pushing as Shen and you know all 9 members are on the other side of the map, you are not looking at yourself. At least you shouldn't be looking at yourself.
Yeah, I never look at myself.
Because pushing as yourself, pushing by yourself as Shen, you can just miss minions. You can just like stand there and hit minions, but just paying attention to the rest of the team fight is what you should be looking at. Oh, there's a catch out coming down from the Renekton. Shen's gonna taunt back in, making some picks happen. The Keyblades doing % health damage. Renekton dashes away into the Lantern and he's out of there. Baron Nashor is up. And red team has the position until Casio walks into the middle of an entire team. But here comes the cavalry. The Renekton gets dropped dead immediately. The brand is slowed by the curtain call bullets. Yeah. Jin fires 2 shots and cancels it because Kha'Zix jumped in his face. Mumu needs to try to get out. He's burning down to the Liandry's. Is he fine? Is he fine? Oh, he's fine for now, but there's a Kha'Zix, so many low health bars. They sent the low health members out like they're protecting refugees or something. They have less than 500 health between the two of them. And there's a Kha'Zix prowling wild. Brand is closing in. 2 hits from Brand kills any of those two. But blue team wants to grab positive position back. They send the Samira back to recall. They find the Kha'Zix. He jumps over the wall. He's still playing this game of hide and seek. He gets rooted up by the Deadly Flourish. He pops a Ghost Blade, runs the other way.
This hide and seek of Kha'Zix.
He's spying so much time. Because now the rest of red team, they aren't resetting. They're chasing him. And blue team, they actually... Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna run first into a Shen, but he misses the Shadow Dash. He runs into a Jin trap. He gets pulled back. And finally, the game of cat and mouse concludes.
This is the Baron.
Is it the Baron though? Because Kha'Zix by himself bought so much time. The rest of blue team has set up ambush positions, except they're not doing anything with it. Brand going for the Pyroclasm. The stun onto the Casio! She gets completely blown up. Swain flashes and cleans up the Brand. And Baron has dropped dead. What was the rest of blue team doing during the entire time? They were just farming mid.
Thresh and I think Samira were trying to go in, but then they saw the Casio dying. So they decided to go on Casio instead. Yeah. And Renekton just completely ignored that Baron.
Yeah.
Even though there's a ward like near Baron.
And now the rest of the fight breaks out here. There's gonna be a push. Mumu flashes into Death Sentence. So that's flash done.
I think he wanted to flash you, but
yeah. Unfortunate timing here. He flashes and tanks the hook. Oh, beautiful fadeaway bandage. And there it is. Here's the engage. I just noticed Kha'Zix is somehow a level down from the Amumu. The Amumu is still in the back, but he's nowhere to survive. Inferno Trigger kills him. And here comes the Renekton. Dominance in the back, but he's completely alone. Sterak's shield doesn't last long. And he's going to be killed off. Wait, that's not Sterak. Sterak's not behind them anymore. Thresh is going in. He gets locked up. He's going to die. Wait, is that Sterak? Hold on. Now I'm curious. Oh, Sterak is still in the game. I haven't seen anybody build Sterak. I assumed it was taken out.
I was going to build on set yesterday, but then the game was over. So I was
oh, the Kha'Zix cleaned up too.
Damage from the Kha'Zix.
Yeah, red team overstays and they get punished with the full ace.
Okay, I think the dive was a mistake to begin with.
Just kill the inhib.
No. Like when Mumu went in.
Yeah, he tanked too much. He flew too close to the sun. Now he's working on. Oh my god, that's Rylai's.
Blue team will win.
Oh my god, he's getting Rylai's.
I believe red team will win.
I do think they're in a very commanding position at this stage. However, Cloudsoul, that's the great equalizer. I feel like people undervalue Cloudsoul. I still think it's a really strong soul to have. Like 80% of the champions in the game, it is incredibly useful.
I think it's gonna be pretty scary on Brand, because Brand ult is gonna be a fun time.
I feel like people overvalue Inferno and undervalue Cloud. Then again, if I ranked all the souls in the game, I would still rank Cloud 3rd behind Inferno. But I think the difference is not as drastic as people make it out to be.
Oh, the deep ward by the
Swain's gonna get caught out, and goodbye Swain. Just no room to survive. His Zions wasn't up. Samira pings the Shin ult. Shin did try to save him, but it just, no, that it won't happen. That's interesting. That's force of nature. For the Shin, it's the second item. Against a single AP threat, he builds Sunfires into force of nature. Not sure about that. I do think Deathman's is better as a second item here. Actually, Randuin's is better as a second item here over the force of nature. It's a singular threat in the form of brand that he doesn't have to care about for the most part.
Deadman's would be better, just because I like Deadman.
The thing is, between Sunfire's class and Mercury Strike, you already have enough MR to sustain 1 AP threat and you just have to care about the 3 AD. Especially in the position where you're peeling back by taunting. And especially against Eclipse.
One is magic.
Especially against double Eclipse, where armor is drastically effective against Eclipse because armor is just disproportionately effective against max health damage because of the way percentages get cut down.
I think it's mostly, yeah. And plus the Fed one's Kha'Zix and Samira. Brand does good damage, don't get me wrong. Just not as much as Kha'Zix.
Mavi's gonna get locked up. Samira juggles him in the air. But this is gonna be an uncontested in-hit, but here comes the Kha'Zix. He's so fast with the Cloud Soul and Ghost Plate, he just runs in from the side. He stealthed up from bottom lane and got to mid before his stealth wore off. Swain blows up in the middle of blue team. Diamumu gets juggled in the back. He's been CC'd down, but Curse of the Sand Mummy lands. There's no backline follow-up for now. Here comes the Kha'Zix assassination onto the back as well. Nobody on blue team has died yet, and it's just the Corpse remaining. It's just the Cassio remaining. Can she make a play? No, she cannot. It's a full ace coming out from the blue team. They kill everybody.
Wait, why does the Mumu have dominant?
Oh my god, he got Demonic Embrace. I thought it was Rylai's. Here's the funny part. Demonic Embrace and Rylai's have the exact same components, but he got Embrace. I think Rylai's is better here, but...
Okay, I don't think... We talked about how OP tank items are. Why doesn't he have, like, more armor?
I don't know, that's something that also strikes me as very strange. In a game with only Brand doing AP, both top and jungle, build Sunfires and then second item and the MR item.
Yeah, and then like...
Both of them.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, where's the armor for Mumu?
Even Swain first item Zayas over like Andrews, because that was the right call. Because one is Swain and
Kha'Zix too. Yeah.
One is Swain and 2 early armor is very effective to prevent Kha'Zix from snowballing. But did they think the game was mid-centric, or did they overvalue how fed Brand was? Because Eclipse builds are shredding them on account of them having not enough armor. You should not be having more MR than armor at this stage in the game, which Shen was for a while before he picked up the Swordmail.
Yeah. I think it should have been armor and then maybe more MR. Easy
catch onto the Thresh, and the Kha'Zix drops down as well. Swain goes golden mold. Oh no, the explosions are chaining.
We brought the stuff, brought the crab back.
It doesn't matter though, they find the 3 for nothing, and that's gonna be uncontested Baron. Cassiopeia shreds this thing though. They do get it, and now they send everybody back to deal with the Crocodile. Crocodile needs to try to run. It's 35 minutes into the game. Oh my god.
Crocodile,
how have you not won this game yet?
Okay, Crocodile.
I do think if you're gonna run heavy damage, which by the way, don't ever do this. Don't ever do this.
Do what?
This doesn't stack.
Oh yeah, why do you have 2?
You can just get 1. It doesn't stack. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so there's 2 types of ways. Here's science time. Well, I'm assuming they're not fighting. There's 2 types of ways you can increase your effectiveness against defenses. You can shred it, or you can penetrate it. Penetration applies to just yourself, which is Liandry's Anguish. If you penetrate 20 MR, you do damage to them assuming they have 20 less MR, but they don't physically have 20 less MR. It's just you. A shred actually does lower their armor MR, and the thing is, Black Cleaver doesn't stack. You can only apply 24% from Black Cleavers globally. So if Renekton applies 24%, Kha'Zix applies 0. He's not gonna apply another 24. That's not how the item works. So it's very inefficient to carry more than one of the same form of armor shred or defense shred in general in the game, because this happens. But also the other thing about running a build like this is that you do fall off, especially with Renekton going for Eclipse. You do a little bit, it's too squishy for late game situations. Now, speaking of late game situations, Elder Dragon, the ultimate equalizer. This is the game winning play for either team.
Yep.
They're gonna commit everything they have onto it, hopefully not lose the game instantly off the back. And we begin a dance where Amumu sits still and the other 9 players are frantically clicking around. A taunt forces out a flash from the Thresh.
Yep.
I think he'd been okay if he didn't flash there. Like, what's he gonna do? Go on that fight? There's no way. And red team, they pull the trigger, they're gonna start on the Drake. They're going for the 50-50. Kha'Zix comes in! He steals the other dragon! Oh, he's out of there, but he gets killed off immediately. Blue team is getting their in-hit back, but 4 members of blue team now wear the buff! The burn! The burn kills the Jhin in GA. Oh, it's getting too much. The brand burn on top of Luden's proc, on top of his passive, on top of Elder Dragon burn. When every time he hits an ability, you can just die from a surprisingly high amount of health.
What can I say?
Red team, they have to go for the reset. Unfortunately, the trials have only just begun. Yes, Kha'Zix respawns without Elder, but as soon as he respawns, this is one hell of a team fight to try to win. They have so much damage over time that continuously applies the Elder burn. Brand has his everything.
Yeah. Gonna be scary.
Renekton has Dominus. Samira has Inferno Trigger. These are things that can just send dragons blasting people left and right.
Let's hope blue team just pretends they don't have it.
I don't understand why they're doing this. There's no Baron for like 2 minutes. They should just be running down a lane, any lane. You don't have to pick mid, but like literally any lane.
Mid lane-ish.
Like, here's the other thing you could do. Renekton could just seriously like just ult and force someone to fight him, because his floaty dandruff kills people with outer buff.
I think blue team lacks engage other than Thresh hook and like Renekton throwing his body in there.
Yeah, but like I said, Elder is the great equalizer because they cannot afford to fight you when you have this buff. So you can actually start forcing things. You can just start running into people. And you'll probably do fine. The burn is coming out. Renekton, he wants to make something happen, but yeah, they're having a lot of time pushing. Having a really rough time trying to push in. Shin is getting beaten back pretty hard. One or 2 more rotations, he's dead. Renekton knows he's going in for the dominance, and there's the blast. He kills off the Shin.
Wow.
And there's the Kha'Zix as well. He has no Elder, but he has the ability of being Kha'Zix, I guess. There's gonna be another blast. Oh, it will not finish off the Swain.
Anya's by the Swain.
Remember, if you're dead, you do not have an Elder Blast, even if they burn to 25% after the fact. Oh, but there it is, the Pillar of Flame. The Pillar of Flame sets the Swain on fire, and there he goes. However, Elder buff has now worn off. But I think the damage was fatal. It might not have looked like it, but this is so much to be bleeding away. And now blue team are going to have control over the dragon as well. Just getting those 2 kills might have been too much of a blow. They're still going for the push. Amumu comes in. He's going to get hooked in. Juggled up by the Samira. He's flashing back. He carries the bomb with him. He's going to blow everybody up in the back. So the Cassiopeia dies where she stands.
He brought everything back. He brought the brand passes back.
Oh, he kills off the Cassiopeia. Beautiful taunt flash coming out from the Shin. But can he finish it off? The Locket shield is there. But the first shot from the curtain call finishes it off. The What the heck? Where's the body block, Samira? That is a throw.
That was a beautiful curtain call by the Jin.
That was a beautiful. He curved that first bullet to kill off the brand there.
Beautiful curtain call by the.
Okay, who needs the jungler to do better?
Okay. But all I can say though is that curtain call was beautiful.
Yeah, curtain calls.
I know Ray's gonna rewatch this and I'm gonna be like, Ray.
That was a game-saving curtain call, and red team reversed themselves with it. Was Baron Asher off the back.
And Shen did a good job with the flash taunt.
Yeah, what seemed to be the fatal blow of the game seems to have been disaster averted for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, when the Moo brought the passes back.
Yeah. I saw they lost.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
he carried Bran passive back to both his carries. I thought if Bran still had Elder, oh my god, that's game over.
So Shen has Knight's Bow now.
But
Who is working on Rabadon?
I don't think you built these items in Season 11 on a tank. I'm just saying. These are not Season 11 tank items.
I just want to build a convergence.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. This should have been Randuin. This should have been Stoneplate. This should have been like literally anything else. This doesn't even give armor or MR anymore.
No, it doesn't. It just gives you health.
These are just he's definitely he's not tanky enough. That's the thing. He's severely limiting his health.
It was never recommended. It's not recommended. When you're on support, like as Leona, you get like recommended convergence, and then you sometimes get recommended Night Spell, like at the very end.
Yeah, but it makes us some support, not a top laner, because this is like really bad giant spell. Oh my god, that brand damage.
Holy, oh my.
Oh, and the DH proc. Wait, does Jin have lifesteal?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, does he have? Please tell me he has bloodline.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a free elder.
They surrender the Outer Dragon.
Yes, because Jin got it's too low for brand.
I do not agree with this choice. This is not the same situation as last time. Just because you warded off Elder once doesn't mean you can do it again. These conditions are so much more different! Oh no, the damage!
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Cassio stunned. Holy.
Guaranteed.
Oh my god. It just needed to spin once and it's over.
Holy, I was like...
Okay, panic recall is coming down from red team. They're gonna try to run it down. This is a terrifying defense to pull off. A move, Bandit tosses in. Can he get the ulti off? He only locks on the Kazakhs. And here's the team fight. He gets blown to smithereens by the Outer Dragon. It breathes again from the brand. Yeah, the third breath. And the fourth. And the fifth. And that is going to be the Outer wipe. Every single person just dies for no reason. And that is 44 minutes in. Team Exalted takes the win over Team
What do you mean dies for no reason? We've been dying to team fight for the base.
Ah, I see. I assume that's why you gave up Elder.
We gave up Elder because we got chunked to half by Brand from 1W.
Yeah.
It's either lose for sure or try to not lose. Pick your poison.
I think the biggest oof was the 50-50.
The 50-50.
Where Enoch walked out of the pit.
I know. That's the biggest thing. I know.
Alright, where's your third game?
We guaranteed. We got free 7th place.
Ah, yes, the other team got their mental so shattered that they just surrendered. I see. Alright, congratulations! Team EZW taking 7th place in Shadow Isles Day 1. Congratulations, good work all around the board.
It was a enlightening experience.
Very enlightening. I guess that just concludes the Clash coverage. I assume there will be one more game, but it's a very short Clash day then.
Nice quick. That was a 2-hour Clash. Nice quick.
Very quick.
Nice quick one.
I've only been recording for 94 minutes.